Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking all about time-saving makeup products. They're products that will either cut down your beauty routine or will be two-in-one products, things like that make it a little bit faster for you to get out the door. So I have a few tools and I have mostly makeup, so let's get started. I'm starting off with a pretty obvious one, cream shadows. Cream shadows take all of your eyeshadow time and just throw it out the door. You don't need it anymore because does that even make sense? Probably not. I'm just gonna keep talking. Cream eyeshadows are basically a primer, a shadow, all in one. So you don't need anything but these. If you have very, very, very oily eyelids, you might need a primer. But anything from the Milani Shadow Eyes, the e.l.f. Smudge Pots, the Maybelline Color Tattoos, the L'Oreal Infallible Shadows. These are all creamy shadows that will set on your eyes and just give a nice, very polished look, and you don't need to have a million things on your eyes. When you move, your eyes will kind of catch the light in different ways and really make different aspects of that shadow kind of pop. It'll make it look like you have a million shades on your eyes when you really just have one. So you can blend these up into your crease, especially I feel like with the L'Oreal Infallible Shadows, Maybelline Back to the Bronze, and the e.l.f. Smudge Pots in Brownie Points and Cruise and Chic. I feel like these are all the perfect shadows for this, especially because when your eye catches the light, it'll catch it in different ways and get different shadows. Someone looks at your eye, they will see that the most inner part of your eye looks very bright and your crease looks dark, and it's one shade but it does it all. I would recommend, if you are trying to get a one shadow look with a cream shadow, to only get something with shimmer, because if you're getting something with matte, it'll just look completely flat on your eye. If that's what you want, totally go for it, but you won't really get different dimensions from that shade just because there's nothing reflecting with it. Those are all of the different options I have for cream shadow to cut your eyeshadow time in half. Honestly, not even in half. Probably need 30 seconds to do your eyeshadow if you just use one of these. Incredible. Speaking of eyeshadow, if you want to do something that is more traditional, like powders, I would honestly recommend, I say it all the time, the Lorac Pro palette. The reason why I think this is time saving and kind of cuts your time in half is because you have every shade you need. You do not need to go in your drawer and try to find a million different shades to create one look. They're all here. You have matte crease shades, you have matte lid shades, you have matte highlights. Everything in here that you would need to be matte or shimmery, you have. There's nothing in here that I'm like, well, it's lacking in this. Honestly, you have perfect highlight shades that are both matte and shimmery, mid-tone shades that are both matte and shimmery, and crease shades or definer shades or liner shades that are both matte and shimmery. So this is the perfect palette. It just cuts my time in half. If I ever need a matte whatever shade, it's in here, and I know I can just go to this because there's no shadow that I need that is not in here. Except for colorful looks, but on an everyday basis, if you're trying to save time, I feel like you wouldn't be going for color. You'd probably go for something more natural and neutral and more of a staple, and this is perfect for that. Now, a face product that cuts your time in half. I say that very intense. Now for a face product that really takes your makeup time and kind of dwindles it down a little bit is this Almay Smart Shade Skin Tone Matching Makeup. I love this because all I do is just put it on my face as I would with any normal foundation, take my two hands, and rub it in, and that's all you gotta do. It's not gonna take a long time to set. It does not take a lot of blending work. I have never used something on my face that takes this little amount of time. Does that even make sense? I don't know. I'm gonna go with it. You know what I mean though? Because most times when I want some coverage in a foundation type product, it takes me forever to blend it out. With a beauty blender or a brush, or God forbid my fingers, that takes forever for me. With this, it's super, super quick and easy. It's a nice thin consistency. It gives coverage. It's not incredible coverage. It's not full coverage by any means, but it is great for every day, and if you need something super fast, I would recommend this wholeheartedly. Mine is in the shade Light, and that's actually the foundation I have on my skin today, so you can definitely see how it's wearing and how it looks. And it's not, like I said, it's not completely full coverage, but it does give a nice coverage to your skin though, without it being like Estee Lauder Double Wear or Revlon Color Stay or CoverGirl 3-in-1, you know what I mean? So it just looks super, super natural and nice, and I like it a lot. So it's great, and it also has SPF 15. So if you are very weary of the sun and want to make sure that you always have an SPF with you, this is great for that too. So that even cuts down another step because you don't have to worry about brushes or sponges or putting on your sunscreen on your face. You don't have to honestly do concealer with this. I don't think. You don't have to do a primer with this. I don't do a primer with this. It's just very, very fast. But if you are like me and you do like to do concealer, this is a perfect concealer for this. I feel like I've been talking about this so much, but it honestly is a definition of a time-saving makeup product. This is the Rimmel Hide the Blemish Corrector Concealer, and this is in the shade Ivory. So this is what it looks like. I have used so much of this. I'm gonna need to get a new one soon, I think. This takes no time. All I do is just boop, boop, boop on my under eyes, a little bit on my forehead, down the nose, on the sides of my mouth, around my nose, on my chin. Just blend it in with my fingers. Once again, no brushes needed, and it is so fast, so simple, and it gives great coverage. It's not cakey, but it's not greasy. It's just incredible. It's a perfect concealer, and no one talks about it, and they need to because it's great. I have talked about this like so many times in so many of my videos, makeup tutorials, all different stuff, just because this is the perfect concealer for me. This gives you maximum coverage without it being cakey and without it taking forever to blend. All you need is a finger, just boop boop boop, and it's done. Why do I keep making these boop 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 noises? This is another time-saving makeup product that I love. Okay, this is all I have in my eyebrows today. This is the Essence Make Me Brow. This is incredible. It's basically like a dupe of Benefit's Give Me Brow. Like a little spoolie that just brushes through your eyebrows. It has a gel, it has some fibers in it. It gives great coverage. I just hit my chin, but it's okay. It gives great coverage, and it just makes your eyebrows look a bit more full and put together and defined. It holds them in place nicely, but you are not taking out a pencil and a wax and a gel and like, well, you're taking out this gel, but you know what I mean. You're not taking out a million things and putting it on your eyebrows and taking concealers and carving it out. It's just super easy. I also really like this one. This is the Archery Volume Boost Brow Fiber Gel from Soap & Glory. This one is a little bit more intense. I feel like Essence is more natural. This one gives you a little bit more of a definition on your eyebrows, so I guess it depends on what you want. Your price point, this is around $20, I think, and this is $3. If I have zero time to get ready, honestly, I will use the Essence one because it's so easy and I can't mess up. If I have like no time but like a tiny bit more time than like no time, I will put in this one. Oh, staying close enough until we cross the line. Hey, and all I wanna do is to fall in deep. Well, baby, look what we started. The temperature's rising. Is this gonna happen? Been waiting for you to make a move. Before I make a move. So baby, okay, let's film, Brooke, film. Last product I have for time-saving makeup products. Honestly, you could put a lip balm in this category, like a Baby Lips or Revlon lip butter. I don't really like the Revlon lip butters, but you know what I mean. Something like that, a tinted lip balm. But I thought I would go with something that I personally use more, and I would say, for me, is more time-saving. This is a lip liner from NYX. This is in the shade Mauve. The reason why I say this is time-saving, oh my god, the color, is because you apply it once and it basically stays on all day, because lip liners are meant to stay on your lips and not feather or slide. They're meant to hold color there. So for me, this is what saves the most time, just because once I put it on, it stays. And I know it could be like debatable, like, well, you have to like line your entire lips. What if you mess up? That's why lip balm's great, don't get me wrong, but I feel like a lip liner just makes more sense. I don't know. This is what I picked when I thought time-saving makeup, so I'm going to go with it. For me, it saves a lot of time. I don't have to put on a lipstick or a liquid lipstick on over it. It just stays on my lips pretty much all day, but I do get the argument of like, but what about a lip balm that takes like no time? You have to look at yourself, you're good. I keep making weird sound effects. So it's totally up to you and what your preference is, if you want something a little bit more glossy or matte, but for me, I think a lip liner is my go-to. And lastly, I have two time-saving makeup brushes. I just need one for face, one for eyes if I have zero time to think about anything, and these are perfect. So this is the e.l.f. complexion brush. I talk about this one all the time as well. This is what it looks like. It's slightly tapered here and kind of fans out. It's a little bit tapered on the sides, and it kind of goes up in a little like dome shape. It's flexible, but it does have some resistance against it. It's not completely flimsy and just like falls over or anything. It's so soft, and it's $3, so it's incredible. I would recommend this, and I've had mine for 5-6 years maybe, and it has not fallen apart on me or shed or anything like that. So this is great. I can use this for my face powder, my highlighter, my blush, my bronzer, my contour, anything on my face, I can use this. And the last thing in this video is the Essence of Beauty eyeshadow brush. It's basically like the complexion brush if you put it into an eyeshadow brush, honestly, but this is what it looks like. It's just a little fluffy brush, but it has a little bit of stiffness to it, so you can pack on shadow. It basically goes up completely straight and then just has a nice dome, slightly tapered on the sides, but the barrel is not, you know, like combed or anything, if that makes sense. I can apply shadow on my lid, I can put some in the brow bone, I can kind of buff this away with the crease, I can put this in the inner corner. If I wanted to, I mean, if you're really running out with time, I feel like you wouldn't put eyeshadow on the lower lash line, but if you wanted to, you can kind of pinch this together and just gently do that. Like, this is great for anything. Obviously, if you're doing a brow shadow in your eyebrows, you might need a different brush than this one, but if you're using the brow products I showed you, you don't need a brush at all, so time saving right there. So guys, that's it for my time saving makeup products video. Let me know in the comments below what you use to save time with your makeup routine. Do you cut out steps when you are running late, or do you try to do everything a little bit quicker? Do you try to pull out products like these that are, you know, great if you just don't have that much time? Like, let me know what you use. I'm very intrigued. So yeah, I'm so strange. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and all that jazz, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!